need to speak a little quiet because Sebastian just went to sleep. I have edited up until this point, so I need this. I haven't talked to you. My hair is blue and less blue than yesterday. It's fading, but I feel like it did take a while when I did all of my hair in this blue for it to fade out, but it is the first color I faded out with zero bleach when I stopped bleaching my hair right before Thanksgiving was the last time I bleached it. So that's all that's grown. Isn't that sad? I heard Christmas though, it's almost been a year. Anyway, allergy medicine is worn off and fall is my worst time for allergies, all the leaves. And I love to torture myself because soon the leaves will be gone and it'll just be freaking cold. Anyway, I woke up at 6 and then Sebastian was in the bed when I was dozing on and off. He was in bed at least by 6:20. And then I dozed a little bit, but at 7 I just gave up. But I did stay in bed till 8. Just read on my phone. Then got up, did my Korean, took a shower, made breakfast for the boys and myself. Danny went off to be out all day at a show, running sound for his friend's gig, and we dealt with lots of drama. Sebastian wanted to go see his friend, and I offered to pay Jax to babysit because I had things to do. But then she wasn't home, and Sebastian didn't want to hold hands with his brother to cross the big street or listen because Sebastian wanted to go in their backyard, no fence, to see if they were back there. And Jax wisely was like, no, you can't just walk onto people's property. So it was like a scream fest out front. I had to go intervene. So Jax went back inside, like, never mind. But then a little bit later, I spotted the neighborhood boys who are on our shit list right now because of the things we keep hearing on the video. Them saying one of them said both the main things just the past couple days. That Sebastian looks stupid in his Mario costume. He saw him through the window, and then yesterday, one of their tricycles just randomly appeared while we were out at the parade. And then I looked up at the camera and it turns out that boy had been with another and he parked it there. I was like, hey, other boy, we hate Sebastian, don't we? We should do blah, blah, blah. I could barely hear because they're at the bottom of the stairs and that cuts in and out. But definitely, clearly hear the part about hating him. And then they leave it there thinking that being so funny. I didn't even understand it, but yeah. So some of the boys, all of them except for the ones that were saying mean things, were out front, and one of them was like sitting in the street beside my car with like sticks. So I'm like, oh hey, just got a wrap on my car, can you not play right there? And by the way, because Sebastian comes out, so I'm like, okay, we're doing this now. And I just went into how we're feeling really heartbroken and upset and confused as to why you guys keep being so mean to Sebastian. We don't know what to do. It's really frustrating for us, and we have a camera, so this is what we saw, and they love to throw each other under the bus, which they were doing. And then since the other boy, his classmate, was the one that said both the mean things, they were like, scapegoat, and he was just crossing the street to join them. So I'm like, hey, so-and-so, can I speak with you? Because we're gonna do this now. And yeah, I mean, lots of finger pointing, but he was the one that said it, and I'm like, I have it on video, man. And then I was like, I don't know, are you guys friends or not? Why are you like this? Why do you like get sticks and convince Sebastian to play with sticks, and the second his stick even just taps you, you come to my door and ring the doorbell and tattle on him? I was like, why? Like, why do you tattle on your friends? And then they're like, I guess the one that had said the thing said, well, this So number one, like, pushed me into my door today. And number one's like, well, that's because you were running to tattle at me and I didn't do anything. I'm like, see, why are you tattling? You guys are friends. For the little stuff, like, you don't tattle on your friends. Of course, if it's something serious, you go tell the grown-up. If it's little dumb things, you're friends, you say, hey man, I didn't really like it when you did that. Let's not do it that way. Let's play different ways. Let's be cool. And now it's like you're on a team and you tattle on the enemies, not on your teammates. And then they're like, made this like connection, video game connection. We're like, yeah. It's like, I mean, you shoot somebody on your same team and they're all like Call of Duty. I'm like, man, you just turned 7. Why are you playing Call of Duty? But that's not for me. I'm like, I just wrapped it up with like, okay, I don't know what to think. Are we friends? I don't know. But you guys just need to be more kind. You just need to be more kind. We can't do this. And this was right before Sebastian wanted to go see if his other classmate across the street, the little girl, was home. So I had the excuse of, hey, Sebastian, you need to go put your shoes on if you're going to go check. But yeah, he ended up, when she wasn't there, asking to go out and play. And I'm like, I'm over it. Just go. He's allowed to be on our street. Anything else, and right across in our front field. Anything else, he needs to ask permission. And if it's completely out of sight, he needs somebody watching him. So eventually I did pay Jax $10 for 1 hour. That's like double the going rate around the neighborhood when you have a middle schooler watch your kid. $5 per kid per hour is what I see a lot. But yeah, I was like, I really want to get done what I'm doing. So he was not happy, and he's like, this is almost not worth it. But he's trying to save her for his witch doctor. So Sebastian wanted to ride his balance bike, and Jax is freaked out by anything like balance bikes because he's sure that somebody's going to fall and break everything. But they survived. It was a little tricky getting them to come back inside. I had to say, hey, I'm going to take you to Dunkin' Donuts for lunch, and I wanted to take a walk. Sebastian complained bitterly the whole time. But anyway, during this whole thing, I was working on that treasure chest, and it's almost done. I just need to kind of tape all the treasure in place and decide if I want to leave a space for a candy ball in there. But pretty much done. Anyway, we went out, we got some food. We wait till 2, so it's nice and empty. There's usually only one other person. We did move our big table, so it's no longer out by itself on the other side of the room. There's just a 2-top there, which is a disappointment, but there's only one person, a crossing guard, sitting there, and she's facing away, so I felt good about it. It's fine. Everything's so much more expensive. So expensive. Like, it was $20. I'm like, man, this is so expensive. And I didn't even get my egg sandwich this time because I had eggs for breakfast. And then I realized I hadn't even ordered myself a drink, so I went back up, and this time I ordered a medium iced coffee because last time it was all ice. This time it was fine, and it was more than I needed, really, but it was $4. It's a cold brew coffee. That's it. I'm like, so yeah, it would have been what it normally costs for me to get an egg sandwich and also another set of potatoes. I didn't get that for Sebastian. But like, why? We got less food and it cost the same amount. It's just like 6 months ago. I think it changed ownerships because I don't see the same thing, same people, same decorations and stuff. I don't know. But we stopped into a gift shop. I was hoping to find more for Cass, but I couldn't find anything. I suck. And then we took a walk around the lake while Sebastian complained the whole time, so I had to make a game with incentives. I was like, if you find 20 birds, you get to get a Hot Wheel from the grocery store. And then Jax, I knew, would say, here's a bird, and then Sebastian would yell at him for finding the bird. So I was like, Jax can help you when he gets 2 points for every bird. What did I do? I don't know. Something. He got points, which is his allowance system for. Sorry, I'm really itchy by my ear. I don't know. The masks, I think. So they were all. We didn't find birds until we were halfway around the lake. Then suddenly there was a flock of birds. Then we saw a beautiful hawk, and we finally made it. So we went to the grocery store to choose his Hot Wheel, and while we were there, we chose up for dinner because Danny's was probably not going to be there. He ended up getting home before we ate, but he didn't want what we were going to have, which is tofu and veggie bowls. Vegetarian bibimbap, basically. He's like, hell no, I'll eat more chili and make noodles to have chili mac. But yeah, after we got home, I started working on stuff to help Jack study for his plant and animal cell test, which he did not do good on the trial run. Now that I think about it, now that I've gone over everything so much, he aced the animal cell and tanked the plant cell, but there's so much alike about the two things. There's just a few key differences, so I wonder what that was about. But I started I made flashcards from every question he had on his little formative test. So I think it was about 20. I'm sure there's a bigger pool of questions if it's like our online learning that he did the past few years, but we at least have those. And then I went to the study guide and I started like the front of the flashcards and the little bullet points on the back so he knew how much he was going to be writing. And then I took the teacher's diagrams of the two types of cells and I typed in all the answers in a word bank and covered up the answers made like boxes instead of having it already filled in so that he could fill it in himself. I printed out 2 copies of those, one so he could fill in himself now while looking at the answers, and then on Monday I will have him do it without help. So after dinner I brought everything up and I had him fill in all the blank parts of the flashcards. So basically all the ones from the study guides, all the organelles in the cells like the mitochondria and the cytoplasm and cytoskeleton and the cell membranes and all those lysosomes and peroxisomes. I don't know if I'm saying any of it right. I was having to say, how do you pronounce lysosome? So everything is that we got a huge stack of flashcards. I'm teaching him how to study the flashcards and blank cell worksheets to do. We're going to do some mini sessions going over everything tomorrow multiple times, and then Monday he has the day off, so we'll do a little bit more studying and then do a dry run quiz. But that puts us up to where we are. I'm just exhausted from single parenting. Even after dinner, Danny disappeared down into the basement until Sebastian, the moment he went to bed. So much drama. Sebastian's still being very entitled and bossy and rude, and Jax has amped up his rudeness back and antagonizes him, and it's just hell. It's hell on earth in here. I can't take it. Didn't braid, which I would have liked to, but I needed to get out of the house and get some fresh air. So it was a worthy trade, and I did do the 2 things I absolutely had to do, which was the treasure test and getting the study materials ready. So that is my day, and I'm gonna let you go because I've talked so long. But good night, friends. Stay safe, be kind, and don't forget, wash your hands.